Time now for Sid Six-Zero. How was that, Mel? Is that all right? Start the clock. I was running some errands in December of last year when I first got the news. Giannis Antetokounmpo signing a max deal with Milwaukee. 5 years, over $200 million. Raptors were interested. A lot of teams were interested. And I thought to myself at the time, and I think I may have tweeted about it, that Giannis is making a huge mistake. He's never going to win there. He would one day regret it. Well, might have missed the mark on that one. Not only did Giannis, who's right now the best player on earth, win his second straight MVP, but last night, in case you missed it, he helped Milwaukee win their second NBA championship after beating the Suns in 6 games. It's also worth noting that he didn't have to leave his team to join 2 other superstars, which is en vogue. Giannis did it his way. He didn't have to join LeBron or Philadelphia or Miami or any other club with some stars on it. No, no, no. He's got enough star power to carry a team. And that's exactly what he did. Well played, kid. Well played. Eric Smith, Raptors announcer, Raptors analyst, Raptors expert joining us. Not necessarily about the Raptors today. That was quite the scene last night. Never mind the 60,000 outside the arena in Milwaukee. That was a whole other thing. But 50-point effort in a clinching game. He's the best player on earth, right?
Absolutely. And the fact that he kind of does it all. And he proved it last night. Even the one little dent in the armor that we could say with Giannis Antetokounmpo going into last night, the free throw shooting, he goes out and has arguably his best free throw shooting game, certainly in this postseason and maybe even in his career. And he made note of that in the press conference after the fact, too, when talking about the build, as you just discussed, Sid, to get to this point, overcoming so much and silencing so many of the critics. This is a guy that can do it on both ends of the floor, whether he's rebounding, whether he's scoring, whether he's slashing to the hoop, whether he's setting up guys and blocking shots, no matter what it is. This guy can do it all on both ends of the floor, easily the best player in the game right now. And the fact that, Sid, as you said, he not only did it as a homegrown talent drafted by the Bucks, and here he is 8 years later, he also did it alongside Chris Middleton, who was with him from the beginning 8 years ago when the Bucks won only 15 games that season, and they won 16 in this postseason to win the championship. All
right, Eric, we got about a minute. Your biggest off-season NBA story is what?
Oh, man. That's a great question because I'll tell you, I think one of the biggest ones is still arguably in this market and whether or not Masai Ujiri resigns. But I think the other thing to watch is the movement of Kawhi Leonard, which may or may not be tied to the Toronto Raptors as well. It depends if Kawhi ultimately decides to leave the Los Angeles Clippers, because I think that's the biggest fish. But then when you factor in the injury, Sid, for Kawhi Leonard and trying to bounce back from the knee injury and the surgery, that kind of puts a wrinkle in the plans for the Clippers or any other team, any other suitor that's out there. So it would have been arguably the Giannis Antetokounmpo story. And by signing that big deal, that sort of took him off the map. So I really think it's going to be free agency, as it seems to be every year, Sid. The splash that is 2, 3, 4, 5 stars that seem to move every offseason. And I think it's going to be very interesting yet again this summer in the NBA.
I don't have the bandwidth, E, for a Kawhi Raptors offseason laden with speculation. I don't. But we'll see. Eric, love you, joining us live from the Florida Everglades. Eric Smith of Sportsnet.
Yes, not in Milton.
Not in Milton. Whole another story. Love you, brother. Thank you very much. One and only Eric Smith. All right, we're going to take a break. You sound off. Coming up, 2 out of every 10 people in this province have not even gotten a single dose of the vaccine. We found that out yesterday. So how do we change that? How do doctors change that? How do government officials in this province change that? Should we incentivize getting vaccinated? 1-866-267-3797. Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca. At Breakfast TV on Twitter, 24/7. It's 6:44, Toronto. Good Wednesday morning. You're watching BT. More after this.